You know what really kind of upsets me to see every time I see it is people calling Jesus a fairy tale, people calling Jesus a myth. I've already gone over in several of my other videos how Jesus, we can conclude, was a historical person. But I want to give another piece to the puzzle here. Um, Archaeology supports the entirety of the Bible as far as what we found. We haven't found specific archaeological finds for every single kingdom, every single person that's listed in the entirety of the Bible. That would be amazing, but that is not likely to happen for any historical work from antiquity. So what we have, though, is we have many different archaeological finds. Specifically focusing on the New Testament, though, I want to introduce y'all, if you haven't heard of him, to a man named Sir William Mitchell Ramsay. Sir William Mitchell Ramsay was a scholar and a New Testament scholar at that, and he had many awards in literature, and he was knighted for his work in literature. So this man founded a intellectual society of people that were they were doubters of the New Testament and the Gospels. They were doubters of the historian Luke. Sir William Ramsay, with his wife, went on a archaeological journey to disprove the book of Luke and the book of Acts. He wanted to disprove this book and show that these are not actually accurate. After 3 years, he reports gradually being convinced and then eventually coming to the conclusion that one may press the words of Luke beyond that of any other historians. So that means that basically Luke is the most accurate historian in all of antiquity. He also came to this same conclusion about all of the letters of Paul. He thought those were accurate as well. He thought those were not falsified documents, basically. They are authentic historical documents written by Paul. This man set out to disprove the Bible, and in conclusion, he showed evidence for the New Testament. And this man converted to Christianity at the end of his conclusions, at the end of his 3 years of trying to disprove and finding all these different archaeological sites that the book of Acts and Luke talk about. So basically, any argument that you have for the archaeological inaccuracy of the Bible is only arguments from silence. That being that there are no historical or archaeological artifacts found about this one certain kingdom or that one certain kingdom. Just because we have not found archaeological sites or evidence for this kingdom does not mean that they did not exist. And in fact, the Bible, after the work of Ramsay, is used over and over and over again, both the Old and the New Testament, to discover more and more ancient sites that are written about in the biblical manuscripts, the biblical scriptures. So this gives some weight behind the authenticity of the Bible. Most people have an issue with the Bible and will call it a fairy tale or a mythology, not because that is the historicity behind the Bible, that there is no historicity, they're just made up. No, it's because people do not believe in miracles primarily. They don't think miracles can happen because they don't believe God exists. Well, if God exists, then miracles can happen, and I think that was reported about in the New and the Old Testament. So go read the historical biographies of Jesus Christ's life found in the book of Matthew, the book of Mark, the book of Luke, and the book of John. Those are the good news stories of Jesus Christ's life, the historical biographies. And if you check out the book of Luke specifically, you'll see that he is meticulous, and as the most well-respected and well-known and the most accurate historian in all of antiquity, Luke writes about different Roman emperors, different Roman rulers. He writes about different regions and different places, and they are all exactly what we find in archaeology and in Roman records. So read those historical biographies of Jesus Christ's life, check him out, see what he did, see how he claimed to be God, and I urge you all to reach out and accept Jesus Christ and his work that he did during his life, because he loves you, and he shows that. He proved it on the cross. Thanks for watching this video. Stay blessed, everybody.